about yourself and then the team behind it, if there's another, other people behind it.
Yeah, for sure. So I am essentially a solo developer. Had the idea for the game. I do all the design and the engineering for it, and I do some of the art for it. And I work with there's kind of three main people that also helped in the development of this so far. I want to kind of call out Spencer Kern, who is an art director over at System Era. He is the art director for Astroneer, and a lot of the art that you'll see in this game is kind of due to the hard work that he put into this demo. Another friend of mine, Charlie Baker, he's responsible for all the characters that you're going to see here. He's a really great kind of low poly stylized character art friend of mine. And then also for the fans listening along at home, if you hear the music was composed by Brooklyn, my friend Benjamin Wallace, who lives in Brooklyn. He wrote the soundtrack for this demo, and he plays the music with Disco Cactus, his band. So they have been really instrumental in kind of creating the overall tone and feel of the game that's there so far.
This gives me like the Overcooked vibes as well, like, kind of rushing through with the, trying to complete recipes, just running around with the conveyor belts. It's definitely giving like Overcooked vibes with like a Scrabble mixed in, which is really nice. I'm very avid on spelling and puzzle word games type of like stuff like that. So this is really a good concept that you guys, that you got here.
Yeah, thanks. I'm a huge fan of word games. I've been playing Scrabble my entire life. I get pretty competitive at it. More modern iterations of that, Words with Friends, and the number of other spelling games are out there. I'm a big fan of those games. And
Words with Friends, man.
Yeah, I think everyone probably knows that at this point.
Oh yeah.
I love those games, and I wanted to marry that with some of my favorite local co-op games. And you mentioned Overcooked. And there are a number of others too, but I just love, one of my favorite things is just sitting down with my friends on the couch, just kind of yelling at each other, trying to work together at the same time, still trying to mess with each other at the same time.
Right.
And so I took those two things and I was like, I can make a game that's kind of like that has that local co-op element that also has spelling as well.
Yeah, I mean, phew. And so let's talk kind of about development wise, like how are we looking in terms of percentage wise completion, if you have any current, release dates or expected. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, for sure. So development of the game has been really interesting, obviously because of the times that we live in. I started the development of this back in early November, and I worked on it for about 4 months. And then once COVID hit, kind of stopped working on it. I think I kind of count myself amongst a number of other people that just didn't really know what to do with themselves when COVID hit, and kind of just stared into the abyss for a little while and tried to figure out what to do.
Just talking to one of them.
Yeah. So I actually ended up going off and spent a couple months running a fundraiser and raising a bunch of money for people, because that was just really important to me at the time. It felt more important than working on the game. So I kind of took a hiatus for a little bit to do that, and then I think May rolled around, and there was festivals coming up, and I had this great prototype that I'd been working on for 4 months, and just kind of came back to it, spent another 2 months or so on it, and what you see here is the product of kind of that final 2-month push to get it into PlayNYC. And then, as for development of the game, where it's going, when it's going to be released, that sort of thing, my kind of target at the moment is beginning of Q2 of 2021. A lot of the design has been laid out. A lot of the later levels have been generated. But I love polish. I hope people, kind of see a lot of the polish that went into this demo. And while a lot of the design and engineering is there, there's still the full soundtrack that needs to be recorded. There's still a lot of the art that needs to be done for it. So I think we're probably about 9 months out, 9 to 10 months out. But game development's tricky though. I mean, you run into a lot of things, unknown unknowns. But that's
I'm an avid person who's like, don't rush a good game. You want a good game, don't rush it. Don't put out something and then have to do 1,000,001 patches just to get it at a decent state. If it takes more time, your true fans, true people that support the game will have no problem waiting. I certainly won't. This is definitely, for me, a game that just like I said, Overcooked. You're still trying to mess with your friends, still have fun. So, something like this, I definitely would take the time on and make sure It's really nice and polished, and it looks really good. Even for the demo, it looks really good. I actually expected you to say, we're gonna have a playable demo in a week, the way it's looking.
Yeah.
But
Well, we actually do have a playable demo right now. So I know you've been asking people about social media feeds kind of later on in the stream, but
yeah.
if you go to letterbound.io, there's a number of links there out to our Discord if you want to join the community and help us build out the game. There's also a link to Steam, and there's a demo up on Steam that includes the first 7 levels that you can play today.
I'll be definitely checking that out.
Yeah, for sure. I also want to take a quick moment to point out that this is a specific build for PlayNYC. You can see the bottom here, the sentence that the players are trying to finish is take the trip to Times Square. And that kind of demonstrates, in the normal version of the game that we had built out originally, that's a different sentence. But you can kind of see how easily we can kind of, allow players to potentially create their own sentences that they relate to. We felt that was really important. And the other big thing that hopefully people have noticed already is that there's actually the Statue of Liberty character that we built for PlayNYC.
Yes, I did see that. I saw the Statue of Liberty. I saw the Black Lives Matter on the hats. Those are really nice, clean touches to add, with everything that's been going on in the world. So it's really clean touches to have that you are, cognizant of things like that in the world.
Yeah, I'm a big believer that representation matters, and I want people when they play my games to kind of see themselves in it, and that's going to be something that's really important to me, kind of throughout the production of this. I have gotten a lot of great feedback from a number of members of my community here in Seattle about why can't I change my characters, and there's only 4 characters at the moment, but we plan to have a much larger variety of unlockable characters as you go throughout the game, so that people can more kind of put themselves into the game.
Right.
So.
All right. Well, okay. So I know you mentioned the website and the Discord. You guys have Twitter and anything like that to kind of keep up with keep up with you guys and keep up with you. Really, it's really just you at the moment, but to keep up with you on development of this.
Yeah, absolutely. At Letterbound Game is the Twitter handle. I would very much encourage everyone to go out and join the Discord channel. We have had I've been an indie game developer for a while, and I've kind of taken different approaches to it over the years. Sometimes just kind of being in the dark, working, in just in my house, not sharing it with anyone, and those games end up being not as great. And so the feedback that we've gotten from people in the Discord channel has been immense and has really played into the development of the game already. So would highly encourage people to join the Discord channel. Please share your fan art. We had someone the other day came through that just found us on Twitter and turned our polygons into pixels. So we have some great fan art already for people that have really resonated with the game. And again, the game is on Steam that you can go out and play the first 7 levels. The other thing that I also want to mention too that's not in the video that's been playing behind the stream is that there's also a competitive battle mode. Again, because I'm really competitive at Scrabble, we have the full-length campaign, and then we're also going to have a competitive battle mode, as well as an educational mode for parents and teachers to use to help their children practice their spelling in later
That'll
versions.
be good, especially in the way, I mean, you were thinking, 2030 clearly, with, how people have to learn, how kids have to learn. And any game that's like that can be immersive to kids and also still have that educational aspect is going to kind of really catch the eyes of parents and teachers alike, just to say like, oh, we can boot this up and, you guys can, you 4 play here, you 4 play here, play online or whatever from your house, and we'll kind of just help you with the spelling. And that'll kind of help. That'll really help kids learn. Like me, I'm a very visual learner. So spelling is something like if I write a word down, I'm really good at, spelling, better than, it's easier than saying it. But so seeing letters on on it, and you're like, I need this letter, these are the letters I have left. These make it easier for kids to learn how to spell and how to remember spelling of these words, because they'll be using it over and over and over again. So
yeah, I have been involved in kind of a number of different projects in the past, including Minecraft and Project Spark and some of these other communities that really have seen a lot of members come into the community and learn tools for like programming, as an example, for the first time through playing these games. And I think, like you said, a lot of people are visual learners. You put your hands on something, the repetitive nature of it can really help young people hone their spelling skills. So that was also a really important aspect for me to build out the game. I kind of wanted to meet my own needs of playing fun co-op games with my friends, but I also wanted to give back to other people that our teachers or parents, and trying to find ways to connect with their children through a new form of education, which is games.
All right. Well, Rusty, thank you so much for dropping by and showcasing your game. I definitely look forward to playing that demo and when I get some free time. If there's anything else you want to say before you head out.
Yeah, again, I just want to shout out PlayNYC. This is my first festival. Everyone has been super kind, super welcoming. Thank you to everyone on the Discord that I've chatted with, and again, Dan and you and everyone else who's helped put this together. It's been a great experience for me.
Yes, Dan has been. I can't even put into words. Dan, right here. So definitely we're going to take a quick break, guys, and we'll be back with more, just so much more left for the day. A little bit we got some good time left, so just stick around. We'll be back in a bit. All right, stay tuned.